What's going on, guys? It's Coast Angel here, and what Carrowinds just announced was one of the worst kept secrets ever. This is Copperhead Strike. This is a mock multi-launch coaster, and it will have 5 inversions, including a JoJo roll out of the station, which will probably be one of the best elements on the ride. It'll have 2 launches, which will be very fun. It definitely will speed it up a little bit. Now, watching the animation, I really just feel like at some parts it starts to get slow and the pacing is a little down. I mean, it isn't going to be the fastest ride. It is kind of a family ride, not like strictly a family ride, just has some family ride parts to it. It isn't the fastest or tallest. It just is closer to a family ride than like the biggest thrill ride out there. So what I'll be doing today is be giving you my analysis on this new for 2019 coaster coming to Carrowinds. Now, this coaster will have an LSM launch, and the first launch will be 0 to 42 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds. Not the fastest speed, but in 2.5 seconds, that's pretty fast. Now, some other stats that we know: it will be 3,255 feet long. It'll have 5 inversions. It'll have a duration of 2 minutes and 24 seconds. It will be 52 inches to ride, which is probably like one of the most used ride height requirements for a lot of Seafair rides. It'll have 3 trains, and it'll have 16 riders per train, and 530 tons. And of course, the ride manufacturer will be Mack Rides. Now, some people think this could be a disappointing ride, and I don't think so. I think a lot of people will enjoy it when it opens in spring 2019. Hopefully, that will be like early spring, maybe like March, something like that, so it can get up early, more people can ride it. But I mean, hopefully it will not disappoint. Now, I know a lot of people were expecting like a more thrilling coaster, maybe like Helix at Leesburg, but they kind of toned it down a little bit. Didn't go too far into like the thrill category, but I mean, it still looks very good and definitely has some thrill elements to it, and has a lot of hang time. Now, as you can probably see watching these animations, this coaster definitely does have a lot of hang time. I mean, on those 2 loops, you're going to be hanging upside down for a little bit. Of course, that version right after the launch, or it's kind of like a top hat but inverted top hat, you're going to be hanging up there for a while. And those are some of the other hang time elements, and of course you gotta include the JoJo roll in that hang time category on this ride. But I don't want to think that that speed doesn't go as fast, so that makes it you have a lot of hang time. I definitely do think this ride benefits from that. So now is the time where I'll be going through the whole ride and giving you my thoughts on every single element and telling you how good I think it's going to be. So, of course, you're going to leave the station and go through that very slow JoJo roll, one of the only ones in the world. Another one I've ridden, it is Hydra at Dorney Park. Now, when I rode it, it was a very fun element. You were hanging upside down for a long time, and I would think that that's going to be a great element on this ride. But then you're going to bring out, and you are going to go into this building. It looks like you have some pretty decent theming, and then you'll stop for a little bit. In the animation, it doesn't really show like you'll have any interactions or anything with the ride, but I mean, it looks like it'll have some decency in theming, but I bet it will have something else to go with in real life that's not showing in the animation. But then you will shoot out of the station through the launch, and then you'll go through the first inversion on the ride, which is the vertical loop, which will actually get some pretty nice hang time on it. Next up will be a very nice pop of air time, which looks like you'll get some a nice ejector air, and then you'll go through this corkscrew. Looks like a good element. I mean, definitely think a lot of these elements on this ride will be very good. The versions, I think, will be some of the best parts of the ride. But then you'll bank around, go through this helix, and then like this when the ride starts to slow down, but then you will shoot out of again, go through this. It's a very weird launch. It goes up, and it's kind of like an airtime hill during the launch. I mean, it's really weird and bizarre, but I think it could definitely benefit from that and get some good airtime out of it. Then you're going to shoot up, go through another pop of like a little bit of ejector, and then go through this inversion that looks like you'll get some nice hang time, inverted top hat, one of the best elements on the ride, probably. And then you go down, bank through, and then go down the second vertical loop on the ride, which is very rare nowadays that you can find like 2 vertical loops on coasters, which is, I mean, it's cool, but it's very rare, and I definitely think those elements will be good, though. Next up, you'll be going through this very nice element. You'll be going up in the air and then twisting back down, and then you'll go through some more of these banks, looking like you'll just be going low to the ground and then go through a helix, and then you will just bank around a little bit more, go through some nice more elements. You'll just be twisting low to the ground now, and then go through a lot of pop of air time, and then you'll go into the brakes. Now, this coaster, it looks like it's going to be one of the best rides at Carrowinds. It'll probably take the number 4 spot on my rankings, and I definitely think that it will support those great coasters at Carrowinds and definitely be one of the great coasters at Carrowinds. Now, the theme going with this coaster is very interesting, but I do think it's a very cool theme. I'll be going right now, telling you what's on the Carrowinds website, just giving you the whole theme about it and just everything like that. So everything new about her delicious concussion. Best for miles around. She won blue ribbons at the county fair for 40 years with that jam, but no more Granny Bird's recipe is gonna be yours. But to get your hands on it, you gotta head way out to a rundown, broken down farm at the far edge of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Word has it that there are lots of copperheads around there, so be careful. So when you get to the farm's huge shed that is going to be the headquarters of her jam operation, with all that banging and clanking, you get the strange sense that something's not right. Peeking in, you see that she's cooking something alright in big copper vats, but it sure ain't jam. It's something with quite a bit more bite that could get you a huge heap of trouble if you're caught with it. So then you'll be going through this whole ride, and then she'll say, after a sudden commotion, a thrill, voice hollers, trespassers, y'all get out of here. A gun cocks in your tall it out. Your getaway vehicle, which will be, and they're just going through the whole ride, just telling you everything about the ride. So that is the whole thing at the Carrowinds website, and I think it's a very interesting theme. I really do like it. Now, of course, the name Copperhead Strike, that is my personal one of my favorite names ever on any coaster in the world, and I definitely do think that this will be a great name, and everybody will love it, and everybody loves it nowadays, and I really do like it. Now, my overall thoughts on this new for 2019 coaster coming to Carrowinds, Copperhead Strike. I definitely think it will be a great coaster, one of the best coasters coming to all the parks in 2019. And I definitely think that it will be one of the best rides at Carrowinds. And if it is considered a family coaster, I definitely think it will be one of the best family coasters out there. So that's it for my analysis of Copperhead Strike coming to Carrowinds in 2019. And stay tuned for more videos coming to Coast Productions, and I'll see you guys later.